Kansas City, downtown KC, the Power and Light District. And this is a fun place to be. If you're a fan of Big 12 basketball, young and old, they have turned out for the semifinals as we will be crowning a Big 12 champion tomorrow.
You think you know these lands?
That's it. Kansas has some serious momentum.
Think again.
And one! West Virginia pulls off the upset.
This is our chance. 2 down, 2 to go.
The lob. Has to launch it.
They've continued to fight and be resilient.
You know we got to bring our A game.
This is Cyclone basketball at its best right there.
Welcome to the Wild Wild Midwest.
And a welcome to the Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship. A doubleheader tonight that will determine tomorrow's title game. In semifinal number 1, it's the 1 seed, Kansas State, taking on Iowa State. And this is going to be an up and down battle between two of the best that the Big 12 has to offer. We've had a little bit of everything so far here at the Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship. The 1 seed has made it through. The traditional power Kansas has made it through. For the first time ever, the 10 seed has made it through to the semifinals. West Virginia shocked the world last night with a win. And we welcome you now here to Kansas City. Bob Wischusen with Fran Fraschilla. Holly Rowe will join us in just a moment. As I said, also at this time of year is also how coaches deal with problems. There's a lost and found problem for Bruce Weber. He has lost, but last night he found.
He's lost Dean Wade, we think, for the remainder of the tournament with a foot injury, the all-conference player. But he's found, let's just say, his diamond in the rough in Cartier Darra, who is hyper-athletic, and he gave this team energy last night. Missed 8 games with a finger injury, but he got this team energized when they were down early to TCU. And you know what, Bob? I like the lineup that plays small for Kansas State. They're going to need that lineup tonight against the quick and athletic Cyclones.
And it's an Iowa State team that has started to play more the way Steve Prohm wants them to, sharing the basketball.
Absolutely, and this guy was on fire. The ball must move for this team to be at its best.
And Holly Rowe, Talen, Horton-Tucker, he was a big story last night.
Well, that's right. He shot 55% from the three-point line. And I asked him today why he was so good from that distance. He said, you know, when I was a kid, I used to be the biggest kid on the court. I learned how to play in the post, handle the ball. He said, but then I became the chubbiest kid on the court. Those are his words, not mine. He said, all I could do was stand outside and shoot, and I've never forgotten how to do it. So I'm calling him our chubby-faced assassin. He said he's lost most of that baby fat, but he said that he's never learned or never forgotten how to shoot that ball.
The chubby-faced assassin. I'm actually jealous of that nickname, if it's possible. This is going to be a good one. Iowa State, the 5 seed. Kansas State, the 1 seed. And we'll see again with the smaller lineup on the floor tonight how effective K-State is. And right out of the box, they get an offensive foul call, the moving screen against the Cyclones as Horton-Tucker picks up foul number 1.
And just like we thought, without Wade last night, they tried to go big with Tyrese. Tonight, they're going with the lineup that gave them that energy. Darra back in, 4 guards essentially around Mayween inside.
Mayween seals inside and flushes to get K-State on the board. Nick Weiler-Babb needs some help, throws it away. Pressure from Kansas State defensively, and that is going to be concern, I'm sure, all night for Steve Prohm.
Absolutely. Take care of that basketball and share it, and he knows that's a key.
Under Steve Prohm, Iowa State has made it to the tournament 6 out of the last 7 years, 2 Sweet 16s the last 4 years. And he has a culture, and he wants his players to operate in that culture. As Kamau Stokes, who Bruce Weber has said has been really an inspiration to his team second half of the season and in this tournament. He keeps on taking shots and keeps on making shots.
I love the script. Script was go inside first play, get Stokes a shot second play.
Horton-Tucker forces a 3. That's an air ball. An ugly start for Iowa State.
That's a shot that I don't want to see him taking early in the game. Contested, deep, and not when you're down 5.
Stokes turns the corner. That's off the mark, and Jacobson with a rebound and an outlet to Horton-Tucker. Horton-Tucker will attack, scoop, and get the Cyclones on the board.
Oh, he's terrific in the open court. Now, for a guy 6'4", he's got a 7'1" wingspan, and he utilizes it on the way to the rim.
Sneed for three. Another rebound for Jacobson. Crossover by Tyrese. Halliburton. Jacobson, a jumper. Yes.
Hey, Bob, that's his shot right there. He makes 50% of those mid-range twos all season. Well done. Way to get him started.
Shot clock winding down for Barry Brown. Sneed fumbles it. 3 on the timer. Takes a 2 and connects. Horton-Tucker for 3. Way short.
I just don't like that shot early in the clock. Man on him, no passing. This team is better when the ball goes side to side.
Jada rattles home a triple.
He missed 8 games, and unfortunately for Kansas, before the injury, he was playing the best basketball of his career. Bob, I don't know about you, but after missing so much time, he does not look rusty.
Weiler-Babb into traffic, gets tied up. Shayok, mid-range. Yes. Shayok made that jumper. That possession still didn't look too good with Weiler-Babb dribbling into traffic. Have you seen, at least so far, Steve Prohm's team veering back these first 2 possessions to maybe the ball sticking and not moving the way he was worried?
Yes, I do. They've got scorers out there, but they're more effective when they work together.
And he can't be upset if he watches Mayween launching threes as Jacobson fumbles the home run pass out of bounds.
Been to the tournament since Donald Foyle. That's a great run for them. It's fun to see the schools from smaller conferences you haven't heard much of. We know about Wofford, what a year they've had.
Cruising to the goal.
Yep.
Here's Cartier Jada.
It's a different team with this guy in there, and he actually makes up for the loss of Wade because they play quicker.
A team from your old stomping grounds in the MAC, Iona, got off to a terrible start this year, but Tim Cluse again finds a way for that team to rebound and get into the tournament.
Exactly. Way under 500. Another Coach of the Year award for Tim Cluse.
Nice shot fake by Weiler-Babb, and he connects.
Well, in that last timeout, Iowa State coach Steve Prohm told his team, hey, we're not playing like we played last night. We're taking one pass and then a shot. That's not how we need to play. We need to come down and move the ball, run action. He said we're also not putting any defensive pressure on them. There's no ball pressure. They're just going inside uncontested. He wants them to turn it up on both ends.
Shayok will drive it and draw the foul, but that certainly seemed noticeable to us. As Holly said, those first few possessions, the ball wasn't moving the way that Steve Prohm wants it to, and that's the last couple of days at shoot-around what he's talked to us about.
And when they played Texas Tech Saturday at home, Bob, I went back and watched the tape 2 different times. They had 75 half-court possessions. You ready for this? On 42 of them, they either turned it over, shot it off one pass, or no passes. And that's not the formula you need. Yesterday, they didn't care who scored. And I don't think they necessarily are playing selfish on purpose. They've got to be able to understand contested shots, not the way to win games.
Horton-Tucker off balance. And that, again, a one-on-one for Horton-Tucker and a miss. Stokes looks up, sees the shot clock winding down. Kicks one to Cartier. Jada. Step back three. Got it.
That's good defense. But Kansas State did move that ball side to side. 4 different players touched it.
Shayok with English off the window. And he dropped the better part of a month and a half. And they weren't 100% sure he was going to be able to make his way back. We were at Bean. But boy, he is an impact guy. As McGurl, by the way, called for that foul. He's already got 2. So he's back on the bench.
Little zone defense now by Iowa State. It looks like a 1-1-3. It's just a regular 2-3 zone.
Traveling called on Levi Stockard. Senior class for Bruce Weber specifically deserves to go out the right way as Cam Lard is able to put one home on the putback. Sneed can't quiet Hilton South. Lindell Wigginton looked to roll one to Cameron Lard, threw it right to Jada. Jada off to Sneed. And Stokes will reset it. Sneed, short. Here comes Shayok.
Tighter D by the Cyclones. That's a good sign for Steve Prohm.
That time Lard looking for the pass, rolling to the rim and had it stripped away. Good hands by Weiler-Babb at midcourt to break up the fast break of Kansas State.
So in a place like this with these great fan bases, Iowa State, K-State, KU, nothing better to me to be with you in Kansas City.
You got these 2 teams, Kentucky playing right now, Villanova playing right now, the #1 team in the ACC and #2 team in the nation, Virginia, in a tussle with Florida State over on ESPN. High-level play here in Kansas City. If you're a basketball junkie, you're going to get carpal tunnel with your remote trying to keep up with all the great games. Cameron Lard, he'll go to the line. Fouled by
Guy that had a bright future a year ago. He had some off-court issues that needed to be taken care of this summer. Came back in mid-December. And Bob, when he's at his best, he is a tremendous shot blocker and gives them a presence inside.
The last 10 games of the season, Cameron Lard averaged about 7.5 points per game. They lost Solomon Young, who's applying for a medical red shirt to a groin injury right back at the beginning of the season. Young you saw on the bench, Cameron Lard on the floor. 2 players I think Steve Prohm was thinking would have a much larger role for them than they did. And that's just another adjustment a coach has to make.
Absolutely.
You know, and speaking of Cam Lard, guys, he was in an inpatient treatment facility and has had a recent suspension, but I asked Coach Prohm if he is back on track, and he said he is. We are continuing to have great discussions. He said, I talked to his uncle this week, and, you know, I want him to be a great man. Doesn't matter if he helps us win games. I want him to get his life on track, and I think he's doing both right now.
Well, speaking of great, that was a great little pocket pass to set up the dunk. And it's a 5-point lead for Kansas State. Wigginton lost it. Sean Neal Williams the other way. Sets up Stokes. Offensive rebound, Sneed. Stokes, a floater. Oh, the string.
Oh, he sure did, didn't he? Should have just shot a jump shot.
Shayok in midcourt had it knocked away by Stokes.
Well, take a look at this.
Moving screen set. They're going to get Cameron Lard. That's a lot of giveaways in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Little matchup zone now by Cyclones. They've been in this last few possessions. They're just trying to change the tempo of this game.
Stokes with the reverse.
Right now they're carving the turkey really well.
Wigginton will drive it. Back outside to Halliburton. Inside to Lard. And he's met by Mayween. Shot with a bounce pass. Neil Williams back to Sneed. Hit the underside of the rim. Call Mayween. Right at Lard. He hit the underside of the rim as well. The rim got 2 blocks on that possession. Wigginton left alone. Offensive rebound, Halliburton. Halliburton tries again in the mid-range. The tip followed by Halliburton.
They've stopped running plays for him because they've got guys that need the ball, but that's why he plays about 33 minutes a game as a freshman.
Sneed for 3. Halliburton's got it. He's looking for Lard. Again, he fumbled the home run pass. And he is frustrated. He's missed multiple opportunities in the lane.
Absolutely, and look at him, he's fatigued right now. Maybe Halliburton could be to this team what Darra is to Kansas State right now.
And to your point, his fatigue, Jacobson's at the table. You got to figure he's coming in for Cameron Lard. Sneed misses the roll from Stokes.
Ball's already been kept alive once by Halliburton. There's the save. And then as Wigginton attacks, here comes Halliburton again out of nowhere. Just great hustle by the freshman from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Not highly thought of or highly recruited, but for a freshman, he's got the confidence of his coach.
Shayok from the corner. Foul plus the foul. A chance for a 4-point play for Marial Shayok. Deja vu. Saw that yesterday.
Yep. Transfer from Virginia. Wanted an increased role in an offense, and he got it this year for Steve Prohm.
A steal nearly by Halliburton. Shot recovers. He'll drive it. Wild shot up over the top of Jacobson. It's a fast break potentially for Iowa State as Wigginton hits it ahead. Jacobson posts through the double team. Iowa State's got the lead. Timeout, Kansas State.
Guys.
That was perfect. You watch him play. He has such a love and joy and passion and intensity for playing. If you watch him play for 5 minutes, you knew there was never in the world going to be a scenario where he was going to be healthy and capable and watch his team play and not be a part of it.
And you're spoiled because you've seen him a few times in person.
6 or 7 times this year had a chance to call Duke games.
Yep.
He is different in person. There's no question.
Force of nature.
Barry Brown in the mid-range. He is fouled.
And Bob, when you coach, it's really hard to be the coach and the captain at the same time. You need people with your voice in that locker room, and that's what Barry Brown provides for the coaching staff.
Weiler-Babb down the lane. Hammered. Lost the ball. No foul call. Here comes Jada. Off to Barry Brown. Brown with Jacobson caught on a switch. He'll try a 3. Way short. Saved by Sneed. Nope, stepped on the end block. Wigginton rises up. That's no good. The back tap by Jacobson. Weiler-Babb. Yeah, rolls it in and out, and it's tapped to Brown.
What I like about Kansas State is if they play too quickly, they know how to regulate their speed. And you can see right now, they're back to playing in that slow motion half-court game.
Stockard in the pivot, blocked by Jacobson. Saved by Weiler-Babb. Shayok for three. Another offensive rebound for Jacobson. Finds Shayok. Cutting to the goal. Score the basket plus the foul. Sneed called for the personal. The fifth-year senior Marial Shayok, transfer from Virginia, the most experienced NCAA tournament player that Iowa State has on their team. And Steve Prohm said not unusual for him to shoot 3 or 4 times a day. Sometimes you want to get him out of the gym. Brown. Offensive rebound, Mayween. Sticks it back up and it won't go. Halliburton for Jacobson in the post. Jump hook. Yes.
That's money. That is pure money right there. He makes 80% of those. And that's not as easy as it sounds when guys are bumping and grinding you.
Mayween fouled underneath. Brown down the lane. Couldn't English it home off the window. Horton-Tucker for three. Early in the clock again.
I agree. I think Talen's got to get something going to the basket. Don't rely on that jump shot. He only shot 33% on the season.
Kansas State has missed 10 in a row and coming up on 6.5 minutes without a field goal. Sneed can't connect. That keeps the streak for Iowa State defensively alive. Shayok stop and start dribble. He thought he was fouled. Jada knocked it out. The Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship semifinals here in Kansas City. It's a 4-point game. College basketball, they'll also be talking about some struggles for Virginia. And Shayok comes up short. And Mayween's got the rebound.
Do me one favor at halftime, wear a bib.
Bob Wischusen here with Fran Fraschilla and Holly Rowe. The first of our 2 semifinals, the shocker of the tournament coming up in game number 2. West Virginia, the first ever 10 seed to reach the semifinals.
And they've added 2 here.
Horton-Tucker needs some help and outlets to Shayok. Shayok pocket pass to Jacobson. There's the hook again. That one rolls off.
Kansas State is actually in a good spot here. I just don't think they can play any worse offensively, and they're only down 4. Iowa State has not taken advantage of all those misses so far.
They turn it over again. Halliburton double clutched. Barry Brown deflected it out.
Iowa State should be opening up this lead.
Wigginton sets up Jacobson.
Pretty cute play right there. Comes off the screen because he's a scoring threat, and Jacobson's man guards, he slips to the rim.
Timeout, Kansas State. Already 8 points for Michael Jacobson. He's made an impact at both ends.
He really has been, and early in the year he was averaging about 17 a game. Then all the firepower came back, And he's accepted his role, still averaging about 11. But watch this really good execution off an inbounds play. That sets up Jacobson really nice.
Well, guys, you look at that frame and you think that Michael Jacobson should be a football player, and he was. He's from Waukee, Iowa. He actually got a scholarship to Iowa State from Palm Rose, an offer to play football there. But he said, you know, basketball has been the thing I love all my life. Football was just something I did. So he had to go somewhere else. He finally did make his way back to Iowa State on a basketball scholarship, and boy, is he making an impact. Steve Prohm said the last 2 games have been the best he's played for the Cyclones.
That 3 won't go for Sean Neal-Williams, and the drought continues for Kansas State. Wigginton's the trailer. Shot fake Neal-Williams into midair, lost it. Horton-Tucker recovers, and Talen Horton-Tucker able to bank one home.
I love when he goes to the rim with that body and good ball movement that time. 3 or 4 guys touched it. It ended up with a drive.
Kamau Stokes deflected out by Halliburton. And he is intense.
Well, Jacobson and Halliburton have been absolutely the perfect role players today, getting a lot done both in the stat sheet and away from it. Hustle plays.
Barry Brown in the mid-range. Finally a bucket for Kansas State. They went nearly 9 minutes without a field goal, and yet they're only down by 6.
Exactly, that's a good sign.
Wigginton with a step and the flush.
That's highway robbery right there. They stole that play from TCU and put it in last week.
Barry Brown in and out. Wigginton right into Mayween, and Jacobson is able to corral the loose ball. Wigginton with a step again. The old school floater goes down. Shot clock turned off. 10-point lead for the Cyclones. Stokes for 3. Tipped out to Halliburton. Still time. Halliburton launches. Good if it goes. In and out at the buzzer. That close to extending to a 13-point lead. But Hilton South partying right now. 10-point lead for the Cyclones. Let's go to Holly.
Coach Prohm, when your team started out this game, they weren't playing together. What do you think that you said to them that got them back on track?
That's what caused us all the trouble the last 3 weeks. Just told them, let's just go back and play like we did yesterday, because first 5 minutes, you know, we didn't compete defensively and we didn't share the ball offensively, and you can't do that. They're too good on both ends of the floor for that.
What do you think was the turning point? Like, who sparks you out there when you start moving the ball?
I don't know if there's an actual individual guy, because if you're going to move the ball the right way, everybody's got to buy into it. But I think they recognize their wrongs, and that's the biggest thing. You just want to keep having growth with these guys, because we do have a lot of youth. But we really guarded the last, 15 minutes. That's the key. We got to sustain our defensive effort.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Holly.
Our halftime score, Iowa State 35, Kansas State 25. Stay tuned for the Audi halftime report. Lindell Wigginton, he was the 6th man of the year in the Big 12 for a reason, and he made an impact with a couple of buckets late to help extend to the 10-point lead. Again, the Audi halftime report with John Shabby and Robbie Hummel coming up after a short break. Kansas State began the game 9 of 18 from the field. They made 1 for their last 15 to close out the first half, but they're 1 for 1 to start the second half as they go down low to McCall Mayween.
That was good old-fashioned basketball. We're going to pound you inside and reestablish our identity. And they did right there.
Shayok. Back up top to Weiler-Babb. Halliburton sets up Weiler-Babb for a triple.
Once again, Halliburton drives it, draws the second defender, and that's the way they play best.
Stokes, yes.
You got a feeling it's going to rev up, Bob, don't you?
Foul called on Mayween. Jostling with Jacobson down low.
Watch this drive now by Halliburton. Here comes Brown, and that gives Weiler-Babb room to get that shot off. When you can drive into the lane and draw the second defender, somebody will be open.
Horton-Tucker missed the reverse. Jada hits a 3. Back-to-back threes for Kansas State. And maybe we are starting to rev it up. 5-point game. Shayok one-on-one into a double team, traveled.
To talk with Kansas State coach Bruce Weber at halftime, and I asked him about the rebounding, getting out-rebounded 23-14. Without Dean Wade in there, they started those 4 guards, and he said, you know, we tried to put Levi Stockard in there, but he didn't get many boards, just 1 rebound, so they've stayed with that 4-guard lineup here. He said, you know, they just spread us out, and we lost our minds. He said, we've just got to get collected here in the second half.
Sneed trying to collect it from the corner, and it's not going to bounce.
Their toughness right now. I'll go to war with Jada and Sneed and Barry Brown and Kamau Stokes and let them do the job on the glass.
There's Brown in the mid-range. Short. Even without Dean Wade, Kansas State shared the Big 12 title with Texas Tech. They are the 1 seed, playing with pride. Kamau Stokes blocked by Weiler-Babb, but a foul call. Brown and Dean Wade, and think of all that they've accomplished, where the program was when they came in and where they are now.
Amazing. 4,400 points between the 3, and they've elevated Kansas State.
Jada just called for a foul as he bumped. Offensive foul, Horton-Tucker.
We put together a bucket list of things that they wanted to do, and it was specific. Starting out with the Paradise Jam, they won that tournament. They wanted to get a win in Norman because they hadn't won there for a while. They wanted a win against Kansas. They wanted a Big 12 championship, and now they're still seeking that last bucket list item that they want to check off. I love how intentional they've been. If you write it down and you set a goal, you can achieve it.
How about the pass from Stokes to Mayween, who missed the bunny? Well, they're going to have to come from behind against Iowa State to keep their hopes alive.
Bob, he's got the yips, man. He's missed a bunch of those this season. He's
I'm a golfer.
Player.
You can't say that.
I know.
Shayok, no.
Quick shot again. And that doesn't bode well for Iowa State, in my opinion. I think they've got to continue to move the ball like they did fairly well in the first half. And see, this team right here, they're not going to beat themselves offensively.
Tough shot by Jada. Halliburton ahead of the field. Gives it up. Shayok fumbled it. 4 turnovers on the last 5 possessions for Iowa State. They had not turned it over in 10 minutes before this last stretch. So getting a little sloppy and letting Kansas State back in the game. It's down to 3. winding down. McGurl on the drive. Blocked by Horton-Tucker. Thrown into the first row. Intense here in Kansas City. We're coming right back.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal Invest.
Chills in that soundbite. We're teaching the younger guys how to do the same thing.
Well, they turn it over here, and hustle by Stokes knocked it away from Talen Horton-Tucker.
Well, you think about Mike Evans, Chucky Williams, Michael Beasley, on and on. What a job they've done.
Shayok over McGurl. Another offensive rebound. Jacobson in the pivot, short. Cartier shot, clears space, steps back and knocks it down.
Yes, the finger is healed.
Hilton South or Bramlage East. Right now it's Bramlage East. Jada leads all scorers with 14, looking for an assist here. Can't get it as McGurl missed. Talen Horton-Tucker gets to the rim, lays it in. Off balance.
Strong, athletic.
Stokes a little too hot for McGurl to pull it down.
He is the fourth youngest player in college basketball and has a very bright basketball future ahead of him. He won't turn 19 until the beginning of his sophomore season.
Wigginton from way outside. Five to shoot. Fouled by Lard.
Oh, wow. Where was that? I thought they were just two dinosaurs banging.
Barry Brown from the corner. Knocks it down. 2-point game.
Good defense. Can't do anything about that.
Weiler-Babb turns it over. Here comes Xavier Sneed. Gonna take it himself. And it's thrown out of bounds by Weiler-Babb. Above the rim.
Watch this hustle by Weiler-Babb. That's just terrific play, and it's all hustle. Watch him time it. Older brother was a great defender at Iowa State, Chris Babb.
Jada down the lane. He'll go to the free throw line.
Okay.
Right now he's trying to work out. It looks like a sore back over there as the reckless abandon led to a collision. So Jada right now, the game's leading scorer on the bench. He's got 15. He's trying to work it out. Horton-Tucker a step back. That's another bad shot from Horton-Tucker.
It's a tough shot, Bob. Some of those threes he made yesterday were really rhythm shots. And he's better off putting those shots he just took in his back pocket and drive it.
He's 0 for 4 from 3 so far in this game.
He's hard to guard at the rim.
Stokes. Lost his pivot foot. He doesn't agree, but Jerry Pollard says he dragged it just enough to be. Kevin, we're trying to shush everyone here at Sprint Center. We're not doing well, though.
Impossible.
That one's not bothered. Wischusen, Fran, Fraschilla, and Holly Rowe, the Big 12 Championship semifinals, a one-point game. Horton-Tucker, a floater, won't go. Gets his own miss. Weiler-Babb for 3. Cameron Lard tries to keep it alive, and he's out-hustled by Barry Brown.
Let's see what Bruce Weber's got cooked up out of this timeout. They have a chance to take the lead right here. Something for Brown.
Eight to shoot. Stokes around Wigginton. Bounces one to Sneed in the corner. Lines up a 3.
That's the money spot for Sneed his whole career.
The 1 seed back on top. Weiler-Babb goes to the basket. Over Mayween, really through the contact of Mayween more than anything else to tie the game.
Good job by Mayween to stay vertical, but Weiler-Babb took it right to his chest.
Mayween on the move. Flips it in. Horton-Tucker out of control on the spin. Barry Brown off the feed from McGurl. McGurl got the steal. McGurl with the perfect outlet. We're back with our Big 12 flashback brought to you by Phillips 66. And we go back 5 years to the very day when a George Niang-led Cyclones team, the 2014 Big 12 champions.
Just the beginning of a terrific run at Iowa State. 3 championships in the tournament in 4 years. And the question now is, does this team have the maturity to put themselves in a position to play for another one tomorrow night? It's a young team, Bob, unlike that team that had so much success here. Lots of talent, 9 minutes to prove it.
And the current incarnation of the Big 12, Kansas has won 11 of these Big 12 tournaments. Second place, the 4 of Iowa State. Halliburton finds Jacobson, and he's fouled on the floor.
But it is his tummy. He keeps saying it's not going away. He's got some kind of cramp or pain that he keeps trying to rub out. He's drinking lots of fluids, but he's trying to stretch it out and rub it out on the bench. Xavier Sneed back in the game. He's got a lower abdominal strain, but he's playing well right now.
Weiler-Babb missed from the corner, and the back tap to Barry Brown. And Brown fouled by Shayok. Sneed drives it. Jacobson rebounds it. Here comes Shayok. 3-on-3. Shayok goes right at Barry Brown and draws a foul on the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Oregon and Arizona State will cap the night as the late night game at 11:30 over on ESPN before the Central 6 Eastern time. Then the ACC Tournament Championship and then the Pac-12 Championship.
Little zone now by Iowa State, changing it up. Who's going to get an open shot?
A girl to Sneed. Shot clock winding down. Sneed down the lane and throws it down.
Mr. March. 2 years in a row, he's Mr. March for this team.
Shayok tied up by Sneed. Brown from the corner. Sneed with the tip. The outlet to Wigginton. He leans in. Fouled hard by McGurl. As Jada has returned for Kansas State, so the 1 seed gets their leading scorer back in the game as Cartier. Lindell Wigginton, only 1 of 2 at the line, so it's a 3-point game. 7.5 minutes to go. 2 teams fighting to advance to the championship game tomorrow evening.
This last 7 minutes just comes down to toughness. Both ends of the floor, toughness offensively, taking good shots.
Stokes. And Jacobson grabs the rebound.
And that's not a shot I would put in that category right there.
Jacobson to the baseline. Mayween shuts him down. Shot clock down to 9. Shot clock at 4. Jacobson forced to a spin move. The left hand's a little too strong. Numbers for Kansas State. Jada off to Sneed. He'll spot up and bypass a wide open 3. He won't bypass this one. Weiler-Babb the rebound. Weiler-Babb dribbled it right onto the foot of Xavier Sneed.
Great help defense, that whole possession.
Extra pass to Brown in the corner. Can't hit the 3.
If Iowa State does not get out in transition, right now K-State loading up with 5 guys on the ball. Nowhere to go. They need to cut and move. Look at the help. Everybody's set.
Shayok for the tie. The long rebound to Barry Brown.
It's an Iowa State team that averages 78, Bob. They got 48 right now. Ugly game for K-State offensively, but the defense is keeping them in it.
Well, Kansas State number 4 in America in scoring defense coming into the tournament, and Brown is blocked by Wigginton. A run out for Halliburton. Throws it down! 1-point game.
How about that guy? Look at it. Look at the reaction.
Jada goes to work with 8 to shoot. Step back 3. Short. Tipped. Mayween knocked it out.
Watch the block. The run out. And the finish by the freshman. Throwing it down on 3. Everybody engaged, involved, and intense. And that is a great play right there.
Hilton South spilling over to the Power and Light District. 4:25.
Been terrific.
4 minutes left to decide this one. Weiler-Babb looks up at the shot clock, tries a three. The long rebound to Jada.
Good defense. They couldn't get inside of that defense, and Weiler-Babb had to pull up with the clock running down.
Brown curls to the elbow, throws one up to Mayween, who gathers and scores. Heads up play as he saw he couldn't reach for the dunk, so didn't force it.
Nope, good recognition. The defender came up, Mayween's man did, dropped it off. Energy on the court right now, electric.
Jacobson for three. And Jada's got the rebound.
Right now, Bruce Weber puppet mastering this offense from the sideline like a dancing bear.
Brown pulls up. He's got it. Barry Brown makes it a 5-point lead. Timeout called by Iowa State. Iowa State has scored 15 points this half. Their season low for a half as Weiler-Babb goes to the rim and draws the foul is 26. So right now they are 9 points worse than any half they've had this season.
You see how they ran that? They moved everybody to the left. That opened up the drive. And it's a cute little play they ran out of the timeout with success for Weiler-Babb.
And now you've got your honorable mention, all Big 12 senior at the line. He shoots 75%. This is his first trip.
The championships of 16 and 17, and now this team trying to win one.
One possession game. Brown down the lane. No good. Jacobson needs help. He gets it to Shayok.
Good decision. Move the defense now if you're the Cyclones.
Shayok for the tie. He is 1 for 7 from 3, but Jacobson with another offensive rebound. He'll try for another three. It's out and right back in again to tie it up. Jada, air ball from the corner. Iowa State will walk it up and take us under a minute to go in a tie game.
But I think they got to move a little bit. They don't have to shoot it quickly, but they got to get into their action quicker.
Eight to shoot. Shayok. He's going to have to force one up. Got it! Plenty of time left for Kansas State. Barry Brown weaves his way through traffic to Jada for the tie. That won't go. Wigginton breaks free, and he's fouled. And it's the freshman Halliburton that's telling his teammates, calm down and get together.
Watch the rebound. You're right. Jacobson and Halliburton. Now watch Halliburton drive it. There's a screen on the backside by accident. And Shayok gets it to roll. Nick Weiler-Babb set a screen for Shayok, but the freshman Halliburton found him. That's teamwork right there.
Wigginton to the line to try and make it a two-possession game. Got it.
And this last one was not teamwork. This is living in the gym. Shayok made that tough shot without any help.
One of two at the line. And Jacobson knocked it out. Oh, no, it's Iowa State ball. John Higgins rules it Iowa State basketball. But the officials are going to go to the monitor to make sure.
Now, the reason it's important that he made a decision one way or another is because if they can't tell, let's see right here. Oh, that's tough. That's close.
And they will stay with the call. Iowa State has the ball. So now
K-State, you see small on big in the corner, so that means they're going to switch this.
It's into Shayok. They've got him trapped.
Should call timeout.
He was on the sideline.
They had a timeout left. They needed to call it right there.
Great
on the ball and the sideline and the baseline.
Harry Brown goes to the basket. The reverse is good. Bruce Weber wants to call his final timeout. And he will. A little over 20 seconds to go and the lead down.
You can trap this and try to gamble first before you foul.
And now they foul Weiler-Babb. So
keep this in mind, Bob. Iowa State has a foul to give if they need to.
Here's the big one. 4-point game.
Play smart, no easy baskets, but foul if you need to. You got one to give.
Sneed for three. Fouled by Jacobson. With 11.6 to go, Steve Prohm can't believe it. And Xavier, 67% at the line for Sneed. He's got three.
Their pressure with Mike McGurl coming in the game.
The emotions of these championship tournaments, amazing.
Don't want to foul is Shayok. High 80s.
Weiler-Babb gets it into Shayok. There's the foul. No, they don't call it. Shayok dribbling the clock down. McGurl thought he gave the foul at midcourt, and I think that's what. The third best free throw shooter in the Big 12 this season.
This wouldn't be a bad time to call timeout, but I don't think Steve Prohm's going to do it. Up 4, no fouls.
Stokes leans in, can't bank it home. Weiler-Babb throws it to midcourt. Halliburton dribbles out the clock, and Iowa State is headed to the Big 12 championship game tomorrow. We've said it throughout this tournament and all year long. Steve Prohm has arguably the most talented team in this league when they come together and play the way he wants them to play.
Let's give Steve Prohm credit because this team was under 500 a year ago. They surprised the Big 12 early, went through some ups and downs, and in a game that required toughness against the champion, they found that toughness in the final 5 minutes.
Over to Holly with the guy who hit the big three at the end.